Hello everybody, my name is Blue, and I am bringing you guys viewer replay cast number 67 with a switch up. That is right guys, I have two monitors right now and I am extremely excited about that. For all those who have been following my videos from the very start, you will know that I have had two monitors for the longest of times, but at the most inopportune times, like a week after I got my two monitors set up, my second monitor died on me. It was a bad capacitor, that's what it turned out to be. So basically, finally, over the weekend, or not over the weekend, over the last 2 days, I actually replaced the capacitor. That's all I had to do. $3 capacitor, replaced it, and my monitor works perfectly fine. And I'm extremely happy about that. I'm actually watching it on the other side through my OBS. So now I can have OBS on one side, which is the program I use to record all my videos, and I can have Dota on the other side. And I feel like a boss because I can see exactly when I didn't switch the overlay, like right there. I gotta switch that. So I am now officially able to monitor my OBS correctly, as opposed to having to Alt-Tab all the time. So some pretty sick stuff. You guys probably really don't care, but I'm extremely excited about this, because this means that I might have a much easier time actually casting, and if I ever do live stream, I can actually monitor the chat. You never know. But with my toaster net, I can't live stream yet. I mean, I can live stream, but I can't live stream comfortably. Like, it's like I have just enough space left to... Yeah, I can't do anything. Anyway, I might be able to have Skype open and Dota and live stream at the same time, but anyway, that's all besides the point. The point is, I got two monitors. I'm excited about that. That means I can be more productive in my content creation / homework, which homework is always important too. And that also means that I can watch the game twice, because I have dual vision. So anyway, enough on me. I was going to talk about this game. This game is, this is a viewer replay cast, and as always with the viewer replay cast, I will not tell you guys who sent the game in until the very end, because the general assumption is the person who sent it in is probably on the team that won, and we don't want the spoilers here at all. So let's go ahead and mitigate those spoilers by not saying anything about who sent this game in. Actually, to be honest, I don't actually know who sent this game in, so it's going to be even more awkward when I get to the end. I sent the email out to the person who, or I want to send an email out to the person who sent it in, but I can't find their email address right now. Probably should have done before I started recording. And I've only had this replay for like, what, 2 weeks? So yeah, I'm really slacking on my side, sorry guys. So anyway, let me go and do introduction, start off on the dire side, since they were picked up completely first. Starting off with this OD, we see Ninja on OD. Moving over to this Ursa Warrior, we see Tali on Ursa. On this Pudge, we see Fallen Angel on Pudge. Moving over to this Earthshaker, we see Katel Huddle, or Kalte Huddle. Oh, Kalte Hundel, or Hundi. Alright, don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay, you see that. And last but not least, on the Shadow Demon, we see veton-hadri on that SD. Moving over to the side of the Radiant, we see the Requiem on that Kunkka with that awesome sailor hat, because he's obviously a pirate.
The battle begins.
Moving over to this Coddle, we see Dalaja on Coddle. On this Sand King, we see Dildo Swaggins. It's like Bilbo Swaggins' sexual boyfriend / girlfriend thing. I don't know. Man, that went weird. That got awkward fast, didn't it? Moving over to this Venture Spirit, we see Kenny on that VS. And last but not least, on this Drow Ranger, we see Alchemist. That's right guys, we see Alchemist on a Drow Ranger, which, you know, to continue the sexual jokes, that sounds weird. So let's go ahead and call the end lanes. As far as the lanes go, mid lane, Kunkka versus OD. I don't expect OD to have a fun time here at all. Up top, we see a Sand King plus a Coddle versus a Pudge. This looks like the lane where Sand King would be actively farming and getting his levels, because I don't see Coddle actually doing too much. Except for popping Illuminate and just being annoying to Pudge. But Pudge doesn't be careful, that's a lot of damage coming his way already. Jesus, look how much HP he's already lost. And all he has is tangos. These guys just might be able to go for the kill right now. They're going to go for the first blood. First blood does go for Coddle. That just happened. Okay. So Pudge obviously off to a very bad start, not really having the funnest of times at all. Moving over down bottom lane, because I haven't called out these guys, we see a Drow Ranger Vengeful Spirit versus a Shadow Demon Earthshaker. And I don't expect to see these guys get a lot of kills down here. The Shadow Demon plus Earthshaker. Because I mean, Earthshaker, he can put out a nice bit of damage, but it costs a lot of mana for him to do it. While on the other side, you see Sand King, it costs him a bit of mana to do it, technically yes, but it's not as much mana. And Coddle does have his own mana factory built into his skill list, so these guys should have a fun old time up top. versus that Pudge, who's already went down. So first blood already went down towards the reading side. In mid, like I said, Kunkka, he's going to have a lot of fun versus OD. OD not going to have any fun at all, especially considering the fact that OD has 0 regen right now, only a null talisman. I would not recommend this build at all, especially not on the OD. OD is one of the heroes, not necessarily one of the few heroes, but OD is one of those heroes who doesn't really have an escape. You can typically do this on a Puck, because Puck does have that ability to escape with that illusionary orb, but I mean really you can't. You just can't start like this on the OD mid. You just basically get harassed out of lane, especially versus a Kunkka who gets free damage on you every auto attack. Oh, sorry, every 10 seconds with an auto attack. And he doesn't have to do it, it costs him no mana, so you can steal all his intelligence all you want. Speaking of stealing intelligence, he stole that intelligence, dodged himself a nice little torrent, but he almost went down. Just a little bit more damage is all Kunkka needed to get that kill on top of OD. And oh yeah, Ursa's in the jungle. So that means that Pudge is all by his lonesome. Tale on that Ursa going to be going for something, I don't know, but he has a lot of vision. Meanwhile on top we see Pudge actually gets surrounded. Pudge going to dodge himself Illuminate, but he's getting dove on right now. Sand King taking a lot of damage as it stands, and Coddle's going to go ahead and chase him down, get the kill on top of the Pudge. Pudge trying to go for suicide. Suicide not fast enough. Sand King, he's going to be meeting himself an untimely Ursa, or sorry, death. Same thing. They all mean the same thing in some language. And there's Ursa getting himself a kill on top of Sand King. And Coddle, yeah, Coddle is going back on up because Ursa. Actually, no, Ursa's pretty low. Ursa is going to pop himself some regen. Otherwise, he could see himself a nice little death here very soon. Meanwhile, down bottom, these guys are just hanging out down here. What is this? TP's up top. Coddle, charge illuminate, and well, I don't have a face cam, but if I had a face cam right now, you see like a little frown on my face. That was a frownable moment. So Ursa going down because he decided to get a little bit greedy, I guess. And actually, hold on, speaking of things getting greedy, Pudge actually eating himself a nice little burrow strike. These guys might just get greedy and go for the skills of a Pudge, but Pudge is going to dodge and illuminate very well done. Probably the easiest illuminate to dodge in the world, but still, he has been getting hit by quite a few of them. And that is illuminate level 3, which means it does hit for quite a bit. A maximum of 400 damage after reductions. It should go down to 350? No, more than that. 25 per, so 300, yeah. It should go down to 300 damage. Because every hero has a built-in 10%, or sorry, every hero has a built-in 25% magic resistance, except for Pudge in the next upcoming patch. He'll have a built-in 25%. Or sorry, built-in 10%, and Meeple will still maintain his built-in 35%. Anyway, speaking of percentages, we see Pudge eating a nice little chunk of 300 damage. Coddle did get a full charge of Illuminate, so it just proves my point. 25% reduction in magic damage automatically. Meanwhile, Drow getting home for this little soul catcher. She's going to be running away from this Earthshaker plus Shadow Demon combination. These guys could go for the kill. I don't know if they have enough damage to actually go for it. Earthshaker Fissure might have been able to do enough damage actually to confirm the kill, but not fast enough. Sand King getting himself a nice little stun on top of Pudge and got himself a kill as well. This aggressive Observer Ward, I didn't mention it earlier, but it has been here for quite a while. This is a very nice place to put a ward, especially when you're winning your lane. You basically know when Pudge is rotating around where Pudge is rotating around when. You can also see around here, and it makes a little bit more sense as to why Coddle knew that Ursa's over here doing some neutrals while he was low. That Observer Ward had perfect vision of that. Just prove to you guys, here you go. You can see that the Radiant's vision is actually really nice. Okay, as soon as Sand King moves, you can see that Coddle was probably just, he was just barely able to see Ursa killing those neutrals around there. So some really nice play coming out from Coddle on that top lane.
Dire's top tower
as far as all the other lanes, well, nobody has really died yet.
Structures
in any of the other lanes. I think, does Coddle have all the kills? No, Coddle and Sand King have all the kills. So that top lane has been the kill lane. Pudge is easy kill.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And Pudge is actually only level 4. His top tower's already gone down. He's not a happy camper right now. Meanwhile, down bottom, speaking of not happy campers, we got Earthshaker eating a little bit of damage. He got himself silenced up by Drow. He's going to try to go forward, try to go for a kill. Goes up the fissure, does a nice little chunk of damage to Finish Spear. Finish Spear will be going down to the tower, and Earthshaker will be going down to the Drow Ranger arrow to the back. So I used to be a adventurer just like you, and then I took an arrow to the totem.
Dire's bottom tower is under
that
attack.
Sounds strangely inappropriate for children. Ursa in the jungle, getting himself a Vladimir. Oh wow, okay.
Missing middle.
Ursa rushing for that Vladimir's offering. Alright guys, if you're... Okay, first of all, I do not like rushing for Vladimir's offering as an Ursa, because that means you're going to be forced to get Roshan. Yeah, it means you're going to force yourself into a nice little box. You can't be flexible at all. If you got phase boost first, then you can potentially go for a kill really fast before you did something. Or if you got a Yasha first, you could potentially not get kited to death, which is what Ursa does all the way around like a boss. But instead, Ursa's going to be going for Vladimir's offering. Now, speaking on his build specifically, he built that Morbid Mask extremely fast. He probably has Basilius first, but now he has a Morbid Mask. Morbid Mask will do absolutely nothing for him right now because he has the Fury Swipes, and Fury Swipes are counted as a unique attack modifier. Unique attack modifiers do not stack. Lifesteal is a unique attack modifier in this specific case. The reason why Vladimir's offering works when you have an overeffect is because Vladimir's offering is an aura for people who are melee. Meanwhile, up top we see Pudge in a little bit damage. He's a little bit trying to run away, but Epicenter comes through, eats a lot of damage. He gets a suicide. Really nice play on his part, but he still died, and the courier might be going out here very soon. Coddle chasing. Coddle has himself some boots, and that courier can't move fast enough. 8 more seconds, all it needs for a nice little speed boost. Will he be able to run away? No, he will not be able to run away.
Courier has been killed.
Gold to everybody.
Dyer's
Gold
bottom
to
tower
everybody.
is under attack. Radiant
So anyway,
structures
long story
are
short, if you're going to be building a Vladimir's offering on an Ursa, save that 900 gold for last. Let that be your last item bought. I would argue that the recipe is more valuable than the Morbid Mask. Although you probably want to get the Morbid Mask because it is the most expensive piece of this whole entire thing. Still, like, get that Morbid Mask last. That is the last thing you need. Now Ursa has lifesteal because he hasn't won it. Anyway, then we got a nice little Illuminate coming from the side, Bolt coming from the other face, and we got a Torrent as well coming from under him, so they're getting hit from all directions. Shadow Demon the only one to go down. It feels a little bit faster on the rotation. They might have been able to get the OD and possibly lock down the Earthshaker too, but it would have been risky because Earthshaker ult is up and OD ult is not up. Never mind. He has Astral Imprisonment though. And speaking of OD's ult, I am in the camp of people who agree, or sorry, who feel that the ulti from OD is not really all that useful at level 1. I used to see Ursa trying to go for Roshan. He does get himself scouted out, trying to go for a little bit of damage on top of that Sand King. Sand King popped himself that Sandstorm, walk away very casually. So, but yes, like I was saying, I am kind of in the camp where I believe that OD doesn't really need his ulti this early because it doesn't do that much damage. And the intelligence multiplier is very crappy. Well, it's not crappy, but it's 9 times the intelligence that he has greater than his enemy. And his intelligence right now is only, well, it's pretty high. 56, relatively speaking, versus a Vengeful Spirit. Hers is only 23, so it is higher than hers, yes, but I think he'll been a little bit better off putting those points inside of his Essence or even putting inside of his Astral Imprisonment to max that out as fast as possible. Anyway, we see the fight happen on the corner. We got Vengeful Spirit, get the stun right on top of that. Ursa does not get the kill off Vengeful Spirit. Earthshaker gets instead. We got a nice little bolt cut off from Kunkka. Earthshaker's wall blocking everybody from the other side of the fight. Pudge does catch an illusion, not the right thing. We got a lot of damage going back forward. Illuminate from Paolo killing a few people. Kunkka killing the other people with that nice little torrent. Or sorry, with the nice little Tidebringer. Now we got Pudge on the run, trying to GTFO Earthshaker. Our Sand King's epicenter didn't miss everything completely. And Pudge playing Ring on the hooks with these guys. Sand King says, hey bro, I got map packs and I go for the walls. And this is something nice little stun on Pudge and triple kill for Kunkka. So Kunkka should be able to buy himself something pretty. Potentially finish up that Drum of Endurance that he's trying to go for. Or anything else, or a number of things. Drum of Endurance I think would be a good thing to go for right now. Shadow Blade, if he's going for a Shadow Blade, I guess he should go for a Shadow Blade as soon as possible, so maybe go for that instead. But if I were playing Kunkka right now, I would finish my drums, and I would probably be losing right now. Just gonna go ahead and say that. Pudge does miss the Sand King, who's able to dodge everything with a nice little Pearl Strike. Because Pearl Strike OP, picks himself up invisibility. Pudge looking for some free damage, gets some lot damage on top of that Sand King, but Sand King not walking in the correct direction. So he shall live to fight another day. Speaking of living to fight another day, let's go and see who has died so far, because 11 kills have gone the way of the Radiant and 4 kills have gone the way of the Dire. Let's see, kills, deaths, and assists. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Coddle 4, 0, and 4. He is doing the work for his team, and so is Kunkka. Kunkka 4, 1, and 1. He's died all of 1 time. Meanwhile, on the other side, Pudge has died all of 5 times. He has not been having the best of times. In the top lane, he's obviously been having the worst of times. But all that said, he's still a Pudge. Just one beautiful hook is all they really need from him. And also, they need him to take a little bit of damage. Take a little bit of focus damage. So the whole entire Dire squad surrounding this Roshan pit. The Radiant do have perfect vision in this with this observable they have on the corner. They also have an observable, or Dire have an observable right there. Now we got one the high ground. Meanwhile, we got Pudge get a hook, got himself a hook on top of that Kato. Kato getting pulled away, and I'm trying to say who else is going to fight. Looks like an OD will be facing a Drow. I'm expecting Kato to die. Kato pops up mechanism, didn't realize he had that. He is not dead just yet, but he will die very soon. Meanwhile, Kato died. Jesus died. I'm trying to focus on it. Kato does finally die to the Pudge. Meanwhile, down here we see OD going toe-to-toe with Drow, who has herself a massive mana. She does not go down just yet. She's able to get the kill on top of that. OD, now we got a stun fall on top of Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon eating a lot of stuff coming this way. X-Mark spot a little bit too early. Oh, sorry, Torn a little bit too late. X-Mark spot is only 1 second. It's going to be time. He's able to get the kill on top of that Shadow Demon. So he got himself a mega kill streak. And Ursa's on his way out of that Roshan pit. He got himself the Aegis. Cool. But will he be able to make it us on the live is a big question. X-Mark spot from Kunkka just might end his life. And oh no, Earthshaker, beautiful Torn. I'm sorry, beautiful ball coming up from there. Torn does come from Kunkka. Kunkka's able to save his own life because of that. That's really about it. Ursa's slowed, can't really chase, getting kited like a boss. And well, it's technically not getting kited. He's just not able to chase.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And so ends all the madness. So ends all the madness. So items, like I said, Coddle had himself a mechanism that was able to keep himself alive for a ridiculous amount of time a little bit earlier. Where I was trying to focus on other things, but Coddle wasn't dead yet, so I had to watch Coddle die to see if he got denied by neutrals, but he didn't. Ursa has himself a Vladimir's offering an Aegis now, so he's not as useless as he was before. And now he has phase boots, so he's even less useless. But still, I would much prefer to see that phase boots before the Vladimir's offering. If anything, you can get involved in a few kills. You can be a little bit more useful to your team if you have that ability to just show up and show them to the lane and casually kill somebody on top. Because I don't know how many times in top lane did Pudge, or was Sand King and Coddle low from trying to dodge that Pudge. Or sorry, from trying to dive that Pudge. But those are many times where Ursa could have just showed up with the extra movement speed, caught up with Coddle, and got a kill on top of that. Possibly got a kill on top of Sand King, who has all his ways to get away from him. So still, I would like to see Facebook before I see the Vladimir's offering to finish. That is just me being picky. If you want to, you can build even brown boots before Vladimir's offering is finished. I'm fine with that too. I just don't like seeing a naked Vladimir's offering on Ursa. It's kind of, like I said, forces him down that one track road where he has to absolutely go for Roshan now. Otherwise, he's not going to be useful to his team. And even because he has Aegis doesn't mean he'll be all that useful. Speaking of not being useful, he's down bottom, pushing the lane.
Radiant's bottom
He's technically
tower
being useful,
is under
but,
attack.
I mean, he needs to go ahead and get those spears, or get that overpower on that tower. Go kill on top of Sand King. Sand King getting a nice little beautiful stun on top of him, and now we got a silence coming for Drow Ranger right on top of Ursa. Ursa eating a lot of damage. Is gonna go for the damage on top of Drow Ranger, who just got her damage back, and she's gonna go ahead and try to chase this Ursa away. And Ursa actually getting hit with the few small arrows, does get hit with the bow strike as well. He does go down. Aegis is popped, so he might be able to come out if he does have a response coming out. His team seems to have no TP scrolls in their inventory. Ursa just might be going down once again. Epicenter coming off for Sand King. Yes, one TP on the side of his ally side, but that's only Ursa himself. So he can't do anything but stand there and die, and he does go down. The importance of carrying TP, guys. It's just one person with TP down there. Ursa might have survived. But at any rate, Ursa, well, okay, now he doesn't have Aegis anymore. At least he has phase boots. And Sand King has a blink dagger. Didn't realize he had that. Sand King has a blink dagger, which means blink burrow strike to heck. He can just pretty much blink burrow strike any and everywhere he wants, so long as he has the mana for it. And the power of Blink Burrow Strike is actually extremely powerful. Being able to have that... Oh, where's Sand King go? Where's Sand King go? There you are. Being able to blink that range and then pop yourself a Burrow Strike, that means you can pretty much surprise the guy with the ult. Or sorry, with the stun, and then initiate a fight very, very, very efficiently. Pudge trying to chase himself with Drow Ranger. He could go for the kill if he lands a hook. Drow Ranger juking left, juking right, gets what damage back. And we got TP coming in down bottom. Now we got Kunkka running around the side. Pudge did see that the Kunkka was coming around the corner, so he was able to run because of that. And now we got Pudge getting caught in the woods. And the hook does miss Drow Ranger. If it would have hit, I think he might have been able to get enough damage on Drow Ranger to make her scared. But I don't think he would have killed her at the end of the day. And Pudge does go down with the Death Wish just coming up from Shadow Demon saying kill Pudge. Cuddle getting chased by Ursa. He does have his ult, so he can pop that blinding light, which he will do now, but it doesn't matter. He went down before that blinding light actually hit Ursa coming like the balls. Gets summoned up by Drow Ranger, gets summoned by Vengeful Spirit, Shadow Demon can't come out, try to throw a disruption, not fast enough, trigger finger way too slow, and he does go down. He did have his ulti as well, so he could have popped potentially used his ulti on top of Ursa to get him out of that stun and also get him out of that silence. But that is John
Radiant's
Shadow
top
Blade,
tower
as you
is
see
under
right there in the
attack.
minimap. And she'll be able
Dire's
to back
middle
away and just,
tower
say,
is
hey
under
bro, I got
attack.
Shadow Blade.
Dire's middle
You
tower
mad?
has fallen.
So that means we'll have to see some detection come out from the Dire very soon if they want to kill Drow Ranger. I do see it quite often where people, when they, I can't really judge the level of this game all that accurately. Because I mean, I see some very, very bad things happening in the form of positioning from Pudge, not necessarily play. And also see some really good things happening in the form of positioning from Coddle, and also play from Coddle. So it's gonna hurt to say that these guys are gonna fall into that category where the Drow Ranger just builds Shadow Blade and pops it and assumes that she is invulnerable to everything. But there's a high chance that Drow Ranger might be playing with that mentality of, okay, I got Shadow Blade, you can't do anything to kill me, and then somebody just pops the dust and she just stands still and dies every single time. So OD just bought himself something pretty. It was a 4-star. For some reason my Dota wasn't showing it all the way through. It just wanted me to click on the OD, I see. So it's going to take a look really fast at the net worth to see who's worth the most on the map. And that is of course, well actually no, not of course, never mind, that is Drow Ranger. I was about to say that is of course Kunkka, but nope, Drow Ranger, she's been alive, she's been getting the kills, she's been doing the damage. I see a whole bunch of people surrounded by something. Kunkka is in the jungle, Kunkka does go down, the Earthshaker fissure did look like it blocked off people for a little bit, but they got the kill nonetheless. What else did he use? I don't really know. Ursa, he gets hit with the stun from Vengeful. He's gonna try to go in for the kill on the backside. Shadow Blade used by Drow Ranger on the front side. And Earthshaker stunning from the front side as well. We got somebody getting caught around the corner. There's a Coddle getting caught in the jungle. Meanwhile, Ursa, I heard Ursa somewhere. I don't know where Ursa is. Ursa's in the jungle farming up stuff. He's on the backside now. He's trying to go for the kill on top of these guys, saying hashtag yellow swag 360. He will be going out here very soon. Actually, no, all the damage is coming away of the Radiant. I thought the Dire had the worst of that position, but they obviously have the best of that position. Sankin going down. Good Spirit about to be going down here very soon. She does go down. We also had the Coddle go down, and now we got everybody blocked by the fissure coming out from Earthshaker, who's actually dead already. These guys are starting to run away. They're going to turn around, try to go for the kill on top of this Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger pops that Shadow Blade, runs forward. Kunkka excellent spawn on top of Ursa. Ursa getting hit with Torrent. No, Torrent does just barely miss Kunkka. He might be going down here very soon. The Ursa getting hit with those false turtles. He'll be going down. Kunkka also got himself a nice little slap on the back. And yeah. So the worst possible scenario for actually that's kind of like a wash, I guess. It's technically a wash because both sides. I mean, the Dire should have had a much better time killing everybody on the Radiant side, but the Radiant made the better of that situation. So I can't really say the worst possible scenario for the Dire because they got a few kills. They got a few important kills like that. And also, I think they forced a Kunkka buyback. Either that or he just came back alive that fast. Nope, look at Sankin did buy that though. Speaking of Sankin buying back, Sankin is getting chased. I'm sorry, Kunkka and Sankin are getting chased by some illusions coming out from Shadow Demon, who doesn't have enough damage to actually kill Kunkka by himself, but he almost had it. And Kunkka now has himself a Shadow Blade, get healed up with that Urn of Shadows he purchased up for himself. Sankin, I would like to see him build something to help him sustain his HP, because right now he has only 1k HP. Relative to Vengeful Spirit, who has a Gauntlet of Strength, she has about the same as Sankin, so... Hey, it's actually 1024. Sweet. Binary. Gotta love that binary. That's some good guys. Meanwhile, we got Sand King bro striking forward, got himself a stun on top of Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon does go down. We got Pudge getting stunned up on this screen. He does go down as well. Double kill for Drow Ranger, and she's getting more fun than she would want to. It's not that she's getting out of control yet, but she's just getting annoying. That's really about it. They really need somebody to deal with her, and I think the person to deal with her will be the Ursa once he builds a BKB. Which, speaking of the devil, he's building a BKB, guys. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it today. Now, just in case you guys are wondering why I seem to be so on top of my game today, I will go ahead and admit that this is my second time recording this one, because the first time my computer blue screened, and I made it like a nice ways in. I'm not gonna tell you guys how far I made it in, because that'll be spoilers for you guys, but I do know something from something. And Kunkka Shadow Blade, he's getting Dust of Appearance up, so he won't be able to run away all that fast. And we got Shadow Demon ulti getting used, so Kunkka getting purged up. He goes down the jungle. Easy kills, easy when you have the Dust of Appearance, and yeah, Kunkka's dead. So Sand King doing what he can do, try to push his lane as hard as he possibly can. Just in case you guys don't know, for your information, 2 nice and healthy creep waves will be able to kill this tower all by itself. I found that out on my own. So basically, if you can defend, or if you can keep all these creeps back, all the dire creeps, if you can keep all the Dire's creeps away, just 2 creep waves is all it takes to kill a tower. All by themselves. Okay, it might be 3, but still. My point being, it doesn't take as much as it seems when the creeps are just auto-attacking it to death, and it's ridiculous. It's like, just let them freely attack it, they'll just all kill it. Coddle got himself an Invis rune, Sadly, no detection on the side of the Dire here in the river, which I would expect to see a Sentry Ward around here. Oh, there we go, Sentry Ward. And we got a double Sentry Ward in place. I don't know if that was a mistake, but Sentry Ward placed on the high over here, Sentry Ward placed on the high over there. They should deward that Observer Ward, or that Sentry Ward over there, but they're not going to. Coddle's going to do it instead. Got yourself a nice little free gold. Oh wait, you don't get gold yet. Never mind. Coddle going to go ahead and run on the high ground. Pudge and Shadow Demon are here. Vengeful goes out the way of Terror, trying to see who's around the corner. Sees everything, and these guys will very smartly back away. I don't like the position the Dire in right now because they're in a very horrible position if a team fight does break out. A fissure from Earthshaker could potentially block them from escaping or initiating the fight, and that has happened a few times already. So hopefully it doesn't happen again, but I mean, Pudge is going to save this. That's pretty strange. Well, not strange, but that's pretty cute. Shadow Demon offensively defensive, not defensive disruption on Pudge's illusions, on Pudge to get some illusions to scout out. OD found himself a regen rune. Gonna go ahead and bottle that up for a nice later time. And Kunkka gonna get hooked. No, Hook does just barely miss. Oh, no, not just barely. Hook does miss because Kunkka decided not to run in that direction anymore. But if he would have got hooked, and he probably would have popped that Shadow Blade and made it out alive. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. So Sand King and Vengeful Spirit feeling a little bit antsy. They want to go for the kill on top of something. Kunkka Torn does fly, lands on top of Pudge, and hits himself a nice little bit of damage on top of both OD and the Pudge. And now we got OD getting killed. All the epicenter damage coming out from that Sand King. Vengeful Spirit is popped. He's popped like Dire. We got the Kunkka bullet flying. He does miss everything, but at least everybody gets the buff. And they might be able to keep pushing. Oh yeah, they will be able to keep pushing. The creeps are here. The Dire's creeps are about to show up. Ursa and Pudge are all being really left. Earthshaker really needs to be here in this fight, especially since his ulti's up right now. But they really need him in this fight. And Hook does come to Pudge. Drow is gonna get hooked. And a whole bunch of damage coming up from both Rat and everything else. Sand King come to save the day. Those are the Bro Strike. Stops Pudge's ult, and Pudge does deny himself at least. But it doesn't matter. Sand King does go down. No, it does matter. Sand King does go down. Ursa goes down as well. So people dying on both sides. At the end of the day, the Radiant do win out very greatly so, because Sand King is the only casualty. He already has his Blink Dagger. He has his important item. He kept his carry alive, and they got the tower made, and they got a few kills. So I mean, it's so many things going the way of the Radiant right now. It's a bit scary. It's a bit scary. So now we got this guy going for a shot. Kunkka going to be getting that increased damage coming out from that Vengeful Aura of that Vengeful Spirit. She did max it up first. She's going for, I guess, the classic type build of Vengeful Spirit. I'm not too keen on my builds for Vengeful Spirit, but I do know that if you want to be if you want to be offensive Vengeful Spirit, you max out your Vengeful Aura. If you want to be a standard type of Vengeful Spirit, where I guess that means you just want to be survival. I don't really know. I just know there's a difference between maxing your Wave of Terror or maxing your Vengeance Aura, but I'm not too entirely clear on which one is which. Like, which one's the more aggressive one. I think Wave of Terror is more ganking aggressive. That makes sense. Earthshaker going to get hit with a nice little torn. Nice little combination coming up from Kunkka. He was able to use it right before Earthshaker threw up the fissure. And now we got disruption used on Kunkka. Kunkka going to get surrounded. Vengeful Spirit used a little bit too early. Nobody's able to find him. Then we got another Vengeful Spirit getting used by, I think, Ursa. Kunkka does go down. Aegis is popped. Now we got the Radiant trying to rotate in. This is a Sand King coming in, channeling every Kunkka's going to come into the fight with a big bang. Nice little big chunk of damage. Shadow Demon going down instantly. OT might be next if he's not too careful. Ursa going to try to go for the kill on top of Sand King. It looks like Sand King ending his sandstorm a little bit too soon. Coddle Illuminate does fly, does miss everything. Now we got Kunkka. So not Kunkka. Now we got Ursa. Jesus. We got Ursa getting himself a nice little mana heal coming out from the Essence Aura, and everybody will back away. Coddle backing away as well. The Radiant will be running away with their tail between their legs, but they did get a tower because of Drow. She was able to focus down that tower all by her lonesome. And we're going to need some TPs up, down, bottom, because Jarn is just casually killing that tower. She has a man stealth. So she has Yasha up.
Under attack.
Which I haven't spent too much time talking about this, but last time I recorded, it's Keller getting surrounded. Gets hit with the ulti for Pudge, also has a Ghost up to activate it, so he should be going down here promptly. And there's his life gone. But yeah, I do not like seeing Mask of Madness on Drow at all. Drow is extremely fragile to begin with. The best way to make her more fragile is to give her a Mask of Madness. You can get that attack speeds from other items such as a Yasha, such as a Ring of Aquila, such as a Manta Style, such as a, I don't know, just a naked Hyperstone. I would just like to see things other than a Mask of Madness, because lifesteal is overrated. Now if you got a Helmet of Dominator on Drow Ranger, and then you got the, so you got a Yasha, you got a Ring of Aquila, and then you got a Helmet of Dominator on Drow Ranger, I think she'll be significantly more useful to her team. But at this point, yeah, there you go, BKB on Ursa. But Drow Ranger also needs a BKB.
Regeneration.
Because with all the ways to deal with her, all the ways to stop her from auto-attacking, are actually quite high. Coming from the dark side. You have everything Pudge does, except for Rot. Which is basically just hook and ult. Excuse me. You have Earthshaker's Fissure, you have Earthshaker's ult, you have Earthshaker's Enchanted Totem. You have Shadow Demon's essentially. Oh, you can't really count his ult as a stop or as stopping Drow Ranger for right clicking. But you have his disruption. You also have his ulti, which kind of keeps her from chasing, I guess. Excuse me. You have Ursa's Earthshot, ironically, and you also have OD's Astral Improvement. So a lot of things to get in Drow Ranger's way. And that means she won't be able to right-click efficiently, so if she builds herself a BKB, she just might be able to kill any and everybody on the enemy side pretty darn easily. And also, don't forget that the magic damage coming out from the Dire is actually really high too. Ursa's really the only one who's doing all the physical damage on his team, and if they just build BKBs on the rating side, the Dire have no damage output at all. Because Ursa's so easily kited, it's not even funny. We got Ursa kill himself some neutrals, get him some more farm. Meanwhile, we got the Radiant just knocking on the door of the Dire saying, hey, let's go and kill this tower. They kill the tower. Will they be able to kill the Rax is a big question. I don't really know, but we're about to see a big team fight happen here very soon. We got Kunkka, not Kunkka, sorry, we got Drow Ranger coming forward, Shadow Blade in, trying to scout out things. They do have a situation placed down. Drow Ranger getting caught up, gets hit with a nice little soul catcher. All the damage coming out. Oh, he pops up, he's taking quite a bit of damage. He's not dead just yet, but Drow Ranger is dead. And Vengeful is dead as well. 3 people down on the downside, 2 people down on the Radiant side, but the Radiant are all low. This is a dead Sand King, just might be a dead Coddle as well. Coddle pulls out the blind light. We got Kunkka getting engaged upon by Ursa. Ursa getting the kill on top of that, and Coddle, he just might be going out here very soon as well. Ursa trying to go forward. If he catches an Earthshock on top of Coddle, Coddle will be more than dead. Nobody's rotating around the front side. There we go. We got somebody rotating around the front side, but that's only a Pudge. Pudge is a little bit out of range to actually do anything. And now we got Ursa catches himself a Coddle ultra kill. He can go ahead and buy himself something pretty. And he bought himself a Blink Dagger, the shiniest of blades in this game, guys.
Radiant's
the shiniest
top
of
tower
blades.
is under attack.
That is the Blink Dagger. And that means he can still be kited, but initially he'll be able to just jump straight into the middle of the fight, throw out the Earthshock, pop his BKB, blink forward, throw out the Earthshock, and just
Radiant's top tower
demolish
is under
anybody he
attack.
decides to focus. He still has to be very wary of the right-click damage coming out from Drow Ranger though. And also the right-click damage coming out from Kunkka to a certain extent. But not as much as the
Radiant's
right-click
top
damage coming out from
tower
Drow.
has been denied.
Really, all you have to do versus a Drow Ranger is just go next to her. Just stand next to her, because she does lose her bonus damage, which is 80. She loses all that 80 damage whenever somebody's within 375 of her, which is essentially melee attack range. Which actually melee attack range is 128, or something like that. So if Ursa's hitting Drow Ranger, she has no bonus damage.
Double damage.
If Earthshaker is hitting Drow Ranger, she has no bonus damage. Same thing for Pudge. If Pudge is hitting Drow Ranger, she has no bonus damage. Which means that she won't be able to kill all that many people that fast. Or she won't be able to kill people that fast, sorry. And she won't be attacking that fast too. Kunkka Shadow Blade forward with a double damage, trying to see if he can find himself a Pudge. He will find himself a Pudge in the woods, but will Pudge go down? It's a good question. We got Sand King, Bro Strike, got himself a nice little, got himself 2 targets instead of just 1. Pudge still alive, not dead, she said. PKB pop out Ursa. Ursa does blink in. Those are the damage on top of Vengeful. He's going to change the targets. Vengeful is going to stay alive because that mechanism, because that mechanism is getting popped by Coddle. Ursa does get the kill on top of Vengeful, but not worth it at all. Meanwhile, after epicenter charged by Sand King. Sand King does miss everybody. 4-step forward coming out from OD. He was able to make it out of that one alive. Ursa BKB popped. Tried to focus down the Vengeful Spirit, which I think I would have focused on the BS as well, but he wasn't able to get the kill on her fast enough, and he did ultimately go down because Drow Ranger just casually right-clicking away. It's a scary thing to say that Ursa should focus with Drow Ranger first, because usually as a carry you want to try to, or you want to have your allies focus like all the supports and get them out of the way, so that way when your BKB does run out, you can actually stand a chance to get a kill on anybody, some other
Radiant's
people.
bottom tower is under attack.
Drow Ranger just casually killing Ursa on his BKB while he's BKB'd up. Speaking of people getting killed, we got Kunkka. Oh, no, Kunkka does not get the kill on top of OD. OD pops up a BKB. He needs to go ahead and do something with it. He pops up a jar. He trying to go to the right side. There goes up ulti jar. Jarge did not have a BKB. He threw out the Astral Prism a little bit too late. He probably should have done that a little bit backwards. And Jarge does pop himself a man style. She might be going down here very soon. OD is going to force that forward. Gets the kill on top of that. Coddle might be able to get the kill on top of OD, so he needs to be a little careful. OD is a little bit too safe right now. And Coddle's going to juke in the woods. Earthshaker trying to see if he can find the right target. He will throw the fissure in the wrong direction. I thought he was going to throw it this direction. But Coddle will just casually walk around, go to the low steps, and TP on out. That is right, guys. My advice still holds. If you want to juke somebody like a boss, all you got to do is stand still. And that's exactly what Coddle did. Just what he did. He ran out of the vision range. That's important too. But he ran to the side, stood on the steps, and just went knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Okay, enough of that. No copyright infringement here. And Coddle has push and jump, right? So items, because I haven't looked at these all that much. Starting from the top, moving way down, so I can talk about all of them. Sand King has himself a Blink Dagger and an Aghanim Scepter. Normally, I would argue that Aghanim Scepter on Earthshaker, or sorry, on Sand King, is not really all that useful, but he had a Blink Dagger very, very fast, so he really needs something to supplement his HP and survivability. Aghanim Scepter does give you essentially 350 HP, so it's definitely a really good thing to have. Actually, no, it gives you more. It gives you like 200, or sorry, 400 HP, something like that. No, 350. Roughly. Let's see, hold on. So he gives him 200. It gives him 200 health plus 10 to all attributes. So yeah, about 400. Because for each point of strength you have, you get like 19 HP. So 10 times 19, 190 plus 200 equals 390. It's close to 400. Round up. So he has that to supplement his survivability. Meanwhile, I see somebody chasing somebody. That was a Sand King chasing a OD. And Sand King gave up on the chase. And oh my gosh, Kunkka got a kill on top of Pudge. Where did Pudge die? Oh no, I missed the kill! Darn it, I was doing so well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Considering items, Coddle has himself a Ghost Scepter. Really nice for dodging all the damage coming out from Ursa. That's another way you can kite Ursa, it's just build a Ghost Scepter. Or an E-Blade to save yourself and an ally, potentially. Mechanism on Coddle as well. Drow Endurance on Vengeful Spirit. She really has nothing else. I would like to see a 4-staff on her soon, but she's
Radiant's
playing support
top
role.
tower is under attack.
No money. Drow Ranger has herself a Mint Style, Shadow Blade, and a Mask of Madness. I would really love to see her drop that Mask of Madness for some other form of attack speed.
Radiant's
I do
top
not like a
tower
Mask
is
of
under
Madness on Drow
attack.
Ranger. I said it a million times before. And hold on, we got Sand King charge up Epson. He's gonna go straight blink and try to do a little bit of damage on top of somebody. I'm sorry, the Astral Prism did come out from really nice to get the save on top of Ursa. This will be a turn on the by the Dire. Really good job coming out from everybody on the Dire. Really nice response. Very nice Astral Prism that did kind of set all that up. And yeah, that was a really good engagement coming from the Dire. Really good defense. It couldn't have gone any better than that. That was like the perfect engagement, the perfect counter engagement for him. And a really good reaction coming up from OD as well. He was able to pop that Astral Imprisonment on his Ursa before he forced himself out to safety, and Ursa just came back out of the Astral Imprisonment. Throughout the Earth shot, popped his BKB, OD with ulti. I think Earthshaker blinked forward and popped his ulti as well. So he has his Blink Dagger that is online. That's really nice to have. And his team won the fight. And with this Vengeful Spirit and Sand King dead, it's really hard for the Radiants to initiate on the Dire. Because the Sand King's with Blow Strike is really just set up all of his kills every single time. And Vengeful Spirit, she's been following up with the stuns as well on the important targets. I got a blind Desperate Parents getting used, nobody's found out. Jarn's Illusion gonna be getting purged to death. Coming out from that
Radiant's
orb
bottom
from
tower
OD.
is under attack.
And continuing with the items before any big fight continues to break out again. I would see Kunkka build himself a Daedalus. He's going for that, whatchamacallit, Chrysalis now. OD BKB is up, and also Ursa BKB is up. 4-staff is up on OD as well. 4-staff on Ursa is cool. I would like to see a Rod of Atos on Ursa as well. Or sorry, I would like to see a Rod of Atos on Ursa alternatively, because it will help him chase. But how useful will it be versus Jarnger? Not really that useful. And Ursa doesn't look for going for a kill on top of Coddle. Coddle does go down, and Kunkka might be next. Kunkka is invisible, that's what else seems like. Sand King does swoop in with the bow strikes, and also with the epicenter, does a lot of damage, and we got everyone on the dire side about to be going down. Ursa, he just might be next. OD going to Astral Push himself and try to survive. Ursa's back into the fight. He did not pop speed hit last time. Really good play coming off of him. Jarja trying to do all the damage she can, but she won't be able to do enough damage. She will be able to Shadow Blade here very soon. She's going to be able to Shadow Blade in 1 second. There we go. Shadow Blade's activated, and Ursa will not be able to finish up the kill on top of Drow, but if she would have, that would have been great. Sand King blink blow strike does just barely miss. Pudge hook does come through. It will land on top of it will land on top of Sand King. Sand King will go down. And Pudge makes it alive. So Pudge redeeming himself a little bit from the early game. Really good play coming out from him. Pretty sure his team is patting him on the back a little bit. At least a little bit. Looks like Pudge is going for a... I just saw it. Yeah, Pudge is going for a Hooded Defiance. And also his Blade Mail's finished up. Now we got Ursa just falling up on top. We got Jordan just showing up. She's going to do a little bit of damage to the creep. She killed the creep wave, and now she's going to go for Ursa on the backside. Ursa can just turn around and go for the kill. If he pops an Earthshaker right now, he might be able to catch it, but no, he will not be able to catch it in time. Jordan was able to successfully kite the Ursa, and she thought this was a nice little tower bullet coming out from that main style. And no TP support at all coming in from the Dire. That's a huge mistake. Just one TP on top is all you needed to actually get the kill on top of Jarranger. Just TP in with a dust or a gem or anything. It doesn't matter. You will be able to kill a Jarranger every single time. She does decide to dive that hard.
Dire's top tower
Jarranger not the best of people to dive all by themselves, but if nobody else shows up, then by all means go for it. And that's exactly what happened in that engagement. Sorry, taking a look at the gold graph first before I talk about the XP graph. The gold graph was heavily in favor of the Radiant until that last fight happened at the step of the Dire's face. And then it went, started going down, but now it's going back up towards the Radiant. So the Radiant have had essentially the gold lead the entire game. Sonic with Paddle with his nice little 3-kill streak, or 4-kill streak, whatever it was, earlier on. Moving on to the XP graph. As I always say about the XP graph is relatively irrelevant because the longer and longer the game goes on, the closer it converts to 0. But it's still a really nice indicator of where everybody is at this current point in time. And as you guys can see, the XP is just barely in favor of the Radiant. It was heavily in favor of the Radiant, but now it's just barely. So that means the Dire have been fighting back. The Dire have been defending. They've been holding really well, and they've been not dying. Well, they have been dying, but they've been collecting the levels as efficient as they possibly could have. To give a slight explanation of why that could be, or why things might be going that way, it could be because the Radiant play more 5-man Dota than the Radiant are. Sorry, the Radiant play more 5-man Dota than the Dire are. So they're able to collect their levels individually. Whereas we saw Ursa up top farming all by himself. Sure, he got picked off by the Jarranger, but he was farming all by himself, trying to get those levels because he knows he needs a herb to get his levels so he can be fully powered, have all the stats available to him. Speaking of levels, let's go look at some levels really fast. Oh, wait, we got Jarranger. She's going to be able to make it out online because she has herself a Shadow Blade. And no Gem. Gem and True Sight, I thought I saw on the side of the Dire. Gem and True Sight is on OD. I think Ursa will be the one who needs to have it just in case. Because it's a high chance he's going to be involved in the next fight. Oh yeah, Sheepstick is up on OD. Right, I think he just bought that. There we go. Gem does go to Ursa finally. Daedalus is up on Kunkka. And the items are still becoming really good. As far as the hero levels go, Ursa and Jarranger are pretty much neck and neck. Kunkka and OD neck and neck. Sand King and Earthshaker is essentially neck and neck, but not close enough. Pudge, actually no, so yeah, Earthshaker and Sand King are not really neck and neck. Sand King is winning out in that XP fight. And now we got Ursa blinking forward. He does get himself a nice little Earthshaker. He gets popped by him. Sand King does throw the stun, but stun does miss. And now we got Sand King. Ursa trying to go for the kill on top of this Vengeful. She did get healed up by, I think she had the cheese or mechanism. I'm not too sure which one's which. But Ursa does his casually blink out. He doesn't want to get too greedy. He knows his BKB is going to run out soon. So really good play. Really good awareness coming from him as well. Meanwhile, on the backside, who's the Sand King pops up an epicenter. Astral Prison was used by OD, and OD will be able to make us line by one side. BKB getting popped by him. This is a Kunkka getting focused down. Kunkka will be going out here very soon. Just detection. They have detection on Ursa, and everybody will be going down here who showed up on the Radiant side. Very soon, we got Kato about to be going down on the jungle. Just as soon as they go up and runs out, this will be a dead Kato does finally go down. Too much damage coming out from Ursa. And Sand King, the only survivor of that whole entire engagement. Meanwhile, Jarranger is up top. Does get hit with the disruption coming up from Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon does throw his ultimate on top of Jarranger as well. Jarranger actually getting caught. She's in a lot of trouble right now. Astral Prism getting used. Everybody comes forward. They have detection in the phone. Ursa, this is going to be a dead Jarranger very fast. She does go down. Pudge ultimately used just to make sure. And Bailey just goes pushed up by Sand King. But the bottom lane is still getting pushed in. And this just might be a free Rax. Actually, no, nobody's left. Sand King is, yeah, he backs away. So I say this just might be a free Rax, but Sand King is all by himself. Everybody's alive on the dire side, and nobody is really there to support Sand King, so he needs to back up ASAP, which he does do. So continuing my look at the items, because I never finished these items. I don't know what's wrong with me. Cuddle has those boosted travels finished up. Cheap Stick is up on OD. Really nice item. I have to deal with the Drow Ranger and also to some extent deal with the Sand King. Because Sand King burrow strikes are what have been causing his team the most headache. Meanwhile, down bottom with this, we got Ursa chasing himself with Vengeful. Vengeful does get Astral First minted up. And we got Ursa popping that BKB really prematurely. He didn't really need that. I mean, we got Sheep Stick getting used by OD on top of a Coddle. I don't think I was going to say that. Now we got Ursa getting surrounded. His Aegis, he doesn't have Aegis in the moment. He will be dropping very soon. Just for the kill for so he, no, never mind, he just exploded. Alright, never mind. I was about to say, he does get hit with the Astral Crucible. But, yeah, no, he just exploded. So we got a buyback coming up from OD. I'm not too sure what the reason behind that is. He did not have the buyback. Not yet, not yet. Probably could have saved that for a rainy day, just in case the Radiant weren't able to push him before he was able to respond. But hey, he feels he's the most important person on the map, so hey, why not? So the XP graph is finally heading towards the dire side. That's a good thing to see, but the gold graph is a far cry away from where they want it to be. Their items are getting improving heavily. The dire's items are. Shadow Demon does have a 4-staff. Sanji Yasha was the choice for Ursa. That can transition to a Heaven's Halberd into a Mantis style, which will be really nice versus Drow Ranger. Just getting the Heaven's Halberd will be great for Ursa's survivability. It'd also be great for Ursa's ability to deal with the Drow Ranger. Because if you just pop your Heaven's Halberd on Drow, she can't do squat. I would also like to see a Basher on Ursa. Ursa really needs a Basher just to deal with the Drow Ranger. Because once she gets a BKB, oh, she already has a BKB, never mind. Because she now has a BKB, she can pretty much mitigate all the damage coming off everybody except for Ursa. Because he does a lot of physical damage. OD's getting close to that point where he can do a lot of physical damage too, but he's still relying heavily on that Arcane Orb. So continuing the items on the dire side, Earthshaker has a Blink Dagger Aghanim Scepter, which means more damage coming out from his ult. And we got Kunkka actually popping the board. He's going to go into the base on the top. Nobody's really here to respond from the hating side. This guy's a little bit far back. We got Blink 4 coming out from Ursa. Ursa does want to go get some of this. We got Kunkka getting turned to a Pinky, not really necessary in my honest opinion. Ursa popped his BKB way too late. He's going to be going down here very soon. You guys, without too much of a headache. Earthshaker ulti does go off, but sadly, Drow had a BKB activated, so she felt no damage coming up for that. Double kill for Drow. This should be a Rax for these guys. Pudge hook does fly, lands on top of Drow Ranger, pulls Drow Ranger forward. Ursa did buy back into the fight. He does throw out the Earthshaker, does miss completely. And this should be a dead Rax. Negative run charge from Pudge using Fortify is used. TP coming in from, whoa, okay, OD again is like stage or so not able to kill anybody. We got Ursa trying to go for the kill on top of Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger does finally go down. And Ursa trying to go for the kill on top of Vengeful Spirit, does get the kill on top of that. Actually, no, OD got the kill on top of both those guys. But Ursa able to survive because of all this, and Sand King is going to go for the kill on top of that Ursa. And Ursa, he did just buy back. Sand King turned into a Pinky. He's going to be going down one way or another. Ninja on that OD, he just wants to kill. He gets the kill.
Triple kill!
Triple kill for him. Well, it said triple kill, but it's actually, I don't know. I was confused. It says double kill, but it's actually a triple kill. That's weird. And now Pudge is going for what looks to be an Aghanim Scepter. Or Bloodstone. Probably an Aghanim Scepter. Why not? So far things are way more even than they really should be. The gold lead that the Radiant had for the longest of times, they weren't able to take advantage of it fully. Drow Ranger down a little bit too easy. Kunkka not really able to be all that effective in these fights. And Sand King, his Blink Burrow Strikes have been, for the most part, on point. But the response coming out from the Dire every single time he does Blink Burrow Strike in has been, well, not necessarily perfect, but good enough. Good enough to counter the initiation. And now with OD having a Sheep Stick, I mean, if Ursa gets a Heaven's Halberd, they can pretty much get rid of all the important targets. They can turn Sand King into a Piggy. They can use the Heaven's Halberd on top of Drow Ranger. and they can pretty much just wipe out everybody else. Kunkka, he's not that big of a
Double
threat,
damage.
not yet. Although his damage output is contributing heavily to these fights with that free AoE damage. Just look at that damage. That's a lot of damage. 700 damage from a Tiebreaker. That is a lot of damage. But Pudge has himself a nice little blade mail. So free return damage for him. Items, I don't think anything has changed since last time I looked at it, but I feel like I'm missing. OD's going for a refresher? I guess that's one thing I'm missing. I would like to see OD go for a shield, but I think that would be a necessary item from the game. Fight. Now we got the Roshan getting done. We got Wave of Terror does scout it out. Pudge does have his hook available if he needs to go for it. Turn body block for his allies. Pops up a blade mail. Does force his guys back away. BKB's getting popped on both sides. OD eating all the damage on the wall. He does go down. Right click damage, not blocked by BKB. And now Jarn, she does show up in the pit. She does get hooked up by the Pudge. He's pulled back. And now we got a boat flowing off the hook. It does keep everybody alive for a little bit longer. Earthshaker, beautiful ulti on him, but the Fissure is blocking. Kind of blocking his allies from getting there. We got Shadow Demon ulti thinking used on top of somebody. I didn't see who it was used on top of him. I think it's used on top of Sanky. Sanky does get damage from that. Now Ursa is trying to go for the kill on top of Roshan, but now he decided to die instead. Earthshaker trying to be a lone survivor. He's not able to get the kill on top of Sanky. Almost able to. Just one more right click block he needed, and Roshan will be going down to the rating. Very hard for Roshan.
Fallen to the Radiant.
But that is all they really get. And now we got the cheese. Cheese was taken by somebody. Nobody has cheese. No cheese yet. No cheese yet. There, cheese is taken by Sanky.
Immortality.
And OD feeling mad about Pudge. Not too sure why. Pudge did a really good job. Yeah, so initially he was really early out of position. I will agree with that. But his hook on top of Jarranger did help his allies get some more damage than they would have normally got, because Jarranger was just casually killing
are under
them.
attack.
But this Rax will be going down, and the rating will probably rotate up top and try to go for that Rax as well. Pudge is showing up. Pudge on top of Jarranger. Jarranger does go down. Aegis is pop. Easy. Aegis is easy. And now Pudge will be on the run. He's going to get Xbox spotted. No, he doesn't get Xbox spotted. He gets hit with a nice little torrent instead. Disrupted defensively by Shadow Demon. So Pudge kind of sort of redeeming himself. And Sanky does blink Throw Strike forward. And Shadow Demon trying to get the ulti off, but he wasn't able to get it fast enough. And that will be the Rax's gun, and that will be the rating backing up. Very smart, so they need to back up now. Because everybody's coming back alive on the dire side. It is daytime. There's more vision. Force that forward from Shadow Demon. Very nice play from him. Coming up from him. Goes up with disruption. Earthshaker does throw up these Fissure as well. Not really necessary. We got Shadow Demon eating a whole bunch of damage from Jarranger. He's able to survive. Jarranger BKB is popped as well. So that's a good thing for his team. That means it's only a 5-second Desolate Appearance getting used around the corner. Nobody's able to scatter her out. And she will be able to make it out of that one. They're really close call. Shadow Demon almost able to bail from Jarranger in a nice epic fashion. I think if Fissure was saved by Earthshaker, they might have been able to get the kill. But he did use his Fissure after the disruption was used. Which, I mean, yeah, it happens. It happens. But at this point, a Basher and Ursa would be great to see. He's going to go for a German True Sight instead. That's be his second gem that he's purchased this game. So there are officially 2 gems on the ground, or sorry, in the game. I think it's 1 on the rating side. Maybe it's in base. Yeah, in base. So 1 gem in the rating base, and now it's 1 gem on our Ursa. And Pudge almost has his Aghanim Scepter finished up. That means that his ulti will heal him while he's channeling damage, and I think it increases the damage too. Not sure.
You're a fine acolyte.
First, give himself some allegiance. Why not? Free aura. Wait, no. What was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at Pudge. Where's Pudge? There's Pudge. Let's see, dismember will evil magic. Okay, that's all I already know.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Scepter basically increases the damage that it does, and also heals. It should say heals. And 4-step forward coming up from OD. 4-step himself to the worst possible spot. Gets stunned out of his spirit. Xbox spot as well. Pudge hook does fly. Lands on top of Kunkka. Kunkka gets caught out in the worst spot possible. He's getting put into the toilet. OD goes up the ulti. A lot of damage coming the way of the rating. Holy crap! Everybody's dead. Epicenter comes out for Sanky. He throws out the Veil of Discord as well, but he should be going on here very shortly. Beautiful fight coming up from the Dire. I'm not too sure how in the heck that happened, but the rating just all said, hey, let's all gather together while OD and Earthshaker and Ursa, Earthshock, ulti us again, and just have a grand old time in the dead grave. But that was a very, very, very fight came out to Dire, and they lost nobody. They lost nobody. I mean, yeah, man, that's ridiculous. That just shows you the power of the BKBs. I mean, BKB on their side is really helping out both teams. Ursa has himself a BKB, OD has himself a BKB. They're both able to dodge a bunch of damage, and they're also able to blink forward confidently and do a whole bunch of damage. So now I got Ursa going to go ahead and go for a kill on top of Powder, stumps himself up, Powder gets turned into a piggy. Oh, whoa, OD needs to be very careful. He's going to Astral Prison himself just so he dodges a little bit of damage. No, he will not have to do it. Just barely able to survive. He has Dust Experience though, and he gives himself a refresher. Finished up. He needs a GTFO. Speaking of GTFO, we got Ursa going to go ahead and GTFO, force to pop that BKB before, or sorry, so he can actually run away from that Drow Ranger. He does not want to lose that gem that he paid for. Yeah, Ursa, if you go to Basher, you will probably do a lot more for your team. Replace that Basher with a gem. Give the gem to somebody else like OD or Earthshaker. Probably OD, because OD seems to be a little bit more responsible. Air quotes. And OD does have room for it. Slowly but surely, Shadow Demon is building himself a shieldless guard. I'll be finished up soon, momentarily, eventually, one day. Just not anytime soon, but he does have a plate mail, which means that he'll be able to survive some right-click damage coming from Drow Ranger and these creeps, but you can see he doesn't have a lot of HP to begin with, and these are mega creeps. They hurt him a lot.
Invisibility.
Meanwhile, Drow Ranger gets Invision and sends their illusion forward. Hopefully, this does attract the attention of the Dire, and they can, it's like the Radiant are able to turn around and, you know, go for the kill. Because that would be pretty sweet to see that happen. We got Smoke Gang getting used by the Radiant side. They're going to come forward to see if they can find anybody available to kill. Sand King looks like he's waiting to see if he can Epicenter Blink Strike. He will not be able to get to it. Sorry, Blink Burrow Strike. We got X Mark Spike getting used on top of OD. OD going to get pulled back. He does get hit with the thing. Beautiful hook coming off the Pudge. BKB popped by OD. Not really necessary, but he wants to go back in for the fight. He throws out the Sheep Stick. He's going to begin. Blink 4 coming up from Sand King. Nice little swap coming off from Discord. Keeping an eye on the line. Blink Burrow Strike getting used by Sand King. BKB's popped everywhere. Ursa going to go for a quick kill on top of that Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger trying to run away. Jim on true sight was put on top of somebody else. Pudge going for the ult on top of Discord does go down. Refresher getting used by OD. Doesn't do anything. He has zero intelligence. That's actually sad. Even Discord damage. And then we got Pudge trying to run away. He will be going down here very soon. And that was honestly that fight should have ended after OD got hit by Pudge. But he did pop his BKB. He wanted to go for a kill or something. And we got the ulti from Shadow Demon getting used to Kunkka, so Kunkka shouldn't be going down to this. Oh, never mind. Too much heal. Too much heal. And nobody's left alive to respond from the Dire. But Ursa almost able to kill a Drow Ranger. I still do think that Pudge did a really good job, or did a really good thing by using that hook on top of OD after he got hit with the torn. There should have been some more communication between the two. OD should have been expecting Pudge to go out the hook. Pudge should have said, hey, I'm going to use that hook. And OD should not have popped the BKB. I honestly do think that's what ended the greatness of the fight. Because OD really needed his BKB in that fight. Yeah, sure, it was a lot of right-click damage coming from Drow Ranger, but still, his BKB got popped early, which means it ended early, and oh man. So just patiently waiting for this ancient to die. Earthshaker is the only one alive. Kunkka throws off the boat. Then comes back to Earthshaker, cuts the Kunkka on the side, and Ancient will be exploding very soon. Boom goes the dynamite. There's just one all GG low play getting thrown out from both sides. GG's got thrown out earlier as well. And man, that was a good game. That was a good game. I'll give him that. So I'm gonna pause this really fast, and let's see if I can do some sleuthing really fast. Yeah, I really don't know who sent in this game. That's making me sad. Okay, all right. So somebody sent me this game. If you recognize that you're the one who sent this game, please let me know. But I really don't know. I do have a name. I do have a name written down. 50 Centaur, but that is not the right name anymore. Obviously, there's no 50 Centaur here. I'm assuming that 50 Centaur was on the Radiant side. I'll be doing a little bit more research while I'm uploading this video. So anyway, my name is Coolblue. I just brought you guys this viewer replay cast number 67. It was sent in by somebody. I can't tell who it was, but insert name here. You did a really good job of insert team here, and even though you guys insert scenario here, then it doesn't matter because insert expression or verb here, and everything was okay. So that was a pretty fun game to cast. I enjoyed it. I'm very glad that insert name here enjoyed it or sent it in, and I hope you guys enjoy the cast, and I'll see you guys whenever.